Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your May 2022 general reading. We're looking at the first half of May from the 1st to the 15th, and this reading is for the air sign of Libra. Welcome everyone. I hope you're all doing well, and as always, thank you for taking the time to be here, for all of your likes, shares, your support, comments, feedback, those of you who reach out for personal readings. Every bit of it is welcome and appreciated. Many blessings back to you. So Libra, this reading is for you for the first 2 weeks of May 2022. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Libra. It's relevant if you're cross-watching for a Libran. It's a general reading, so of course it's going to resonate a little different for everyone. How could it not? But if you know all of your signs, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, watch them all because each one can bring in additional perspective and insight. And if you find that something does resonate with you and you'd like to take a deeper look at an issue or a situation in your life, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can also find that contact info by clicking the description link, that little arrow attached to this video. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I can usually respond the same day with more information. I do offer a wide variety of readings in all areas of life. And I'm pretty timely about scheduling too, so message me if you'd like. Send me an email. Okay, Libra, let's see what the first half of May looks like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Gilded Tarot Royale. Okay, Libra, we begin with the Three of Wands. Wands is governed by the element of fire, which is a pretty action-oriented energy, forward-moving, forward-looking. But of all the cards in the suit of Wands, this one has more of a gestative, patient, waiting sort of energy to it. It represents that you have done some of the footwork, you've put some investment in something. You're maybe starting to see some of your efforts paying off on the way to a larger goal. It's a card about feeling optimistic about the future, waiting for your ship to come in, basically, waiting to see what's on that ship. With the Ten of Coins, long-term stability and security, the inheritance card. And what does inheritance really mean? It means something that you get from the long, slow accumulation of what went in to gain it. And once you have it, it makes you feel safe, solid, stable, secure about your long-term future. It's not having to worry about tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, whether it's financially and materially or relationship or a combination of both, because there is a strong connection to home and family. It could be family money, family business, family home. So Three of Wands and the Ten of Coins, you're feeling hopeful, positive, and optimistic about the long-term security and stability in a situation or just in your life in general. You may be waiting for something. There is a sense of kind of waiting for something that's going to give you more of a sense of security and stability. Next, we have the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Fire. Knights represent offers and opportunities for change. They always represent something to be accomplished, a mission, a quest, the speed at which situations move. So this is an offer or an opportunity for change, something coming in perhaps rather quickly, assertively. With the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups is an offer too, but the person isn't sure whether they should take it or not. It's like you're waiting for something, but then when it comes, you're not sure. Probably because it's not the exact thing that you're waiting for. Next, we have the Three of Swords. Heartache, heartbreak, emotional pain, separation or breakup, disappointment. With the King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or somebody who manifests like that assertive, charismatic King of Fire. There's some emotional pain or heartache or possibly even breakup for some of you. So this is likely, for many of you, this will probably resonate as a relationship reading. Perhaps you're waiting for something from this King of Wands, but the thing that is offered to you or extended to you perhaps isn't what exactly you wanted, or it's not good enough. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy and focus for the first half of May is faith, which in other decks is called the Hierophant, which is a card of convention and tradition, institutional energy. Here, in this deck, the Tarot of Dreams, the artist Cyril Marchetti has wanted to get, I think, away from more of the specific religious overtones and just look at faith itself, having faith in something. That's kind of the whole theme. And faith is a belief in things that we cannot yet see or haven't been proven to be evidential yet. So let's clarify that overall energy of faith. It may be the thing that you're struggling with. Some days you believe it's going to happen and some days you don't. Clarify faith. The star, which represents hope, a renewed sense of hope, faith, and optimism. So the focus, whether you have it or not or are struggling to maintain it, is hope and faith. Let's see what else is there. The Eight of Wands, fast movement forward, powerful conversations, sometimes travel. And the Five of Wands, which is a card of conflict, circular conflict, petty drama, or circular conflict, meaning fighting over the same thing over and over again. Nobody winning, nobody losing, but nobody willing to back down or either. Like repetitive arguments over the Eight of Wands, leaving, traveling. Maybe you're in a relationship with someone who comes and goes and comes and goes and comes and goes. And it's the same issue. It's coming up here again. And perhaps it's, struggling to have faith in whether or not this is going to work out tonight or not. Again, some kind of, feels like there's a relationship central here, but let's keep clarifying. Clarify the Three of Wands. Waiting for your ships to come in, maybe feeling hopeful, positive, optimistic. The Hanging Man. The Three of Wands is kind of a patient, gestative, waiting card. You can see here the two wands, three wands represent efforts he's put into something, and now he's waiting. He's looking at that ship coming in, and he's waiting to see what's on it. So the Hanging Man is a card kind of waiting as well. It might be uncomfortable and maybe you want to run in and do something, but the Hanging Man is a card that represents no action or decision, or no action taken. You're waiting, you're watching things playing out, trying to feel hopeful and positive and optimistic. The Ten of Pentacles again, which is, the Ten of Coins is already with the Three of Wands, same thing. Pentacles and coins are the same thing. It's the Ten of Earth. Long-term stability and security. So waiting for something which is going to give you a sense of a more rooted and long-term sense of stability and security, whether that's financially, materially, or emotionally. It may be both, particularly if this is something like waiting to get married, or waiting for this relationship, wanting and waiting for this relationship to get to a different level. It might not have anything to do with a particularly romantic relationship. This King of Wands could represent anyone. If that's the case, then it's purely like some kind of financial material thing. You're waiting for something that's going to make you more financially, materially secure, whether it's acceptance of something you've applied for, or a loan, or something like that. Let's clarify that Ten of Coins. Long-term stability and security. The Four of Wands, one of the happy home cards, one of the marriage cards. The Two of Cups, soulmate, kindred spirits, best friend. The Two of Pentacles, somebody trying to make a choice. Ten of Cups, justice. This is marriage here. Or waiting for some... If it's not waiting for the marriage proposal, then it's waiting for some kind of perhaps financial and material thing, which will guarantee long-term stability and security for your home and family, whatever that means for you. Others of you, this is just like waiting for that marriage proposal, waiting to get engaged, waiting to get married, waiting to move in together. For those of you for whom this may be a relationship reading, this is this issue is an ongoing issue. It's something that you guys have gone back and forth about for quite some time. Let's clarify this Knight of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles, a practical new beginning, moving, relocating, new job, new money, a combination of all of those. The Hierophant, which is the same card as faith, convention, tradition, the establishment. Clarify the Four of Cups. Some of you, this may be, again, not relationship oriented, although there's a relationship here, but it may be that you're already in a relationship, but the central focus is in something that's going to make a pretty significant difference in your relationship or home and family life, something financial and material. It might, for some of you, be an actual inheritance issue. You're waiting for proceeds or money or property or something from the division of estate. You're waiting for something legal to come through. Clarify Four of Cups. The Six of Pentacles, the balance of giving and receiving. But it's often referred to as the breadcrumb card because it almost always represents somebody who has a lot that they could give, but they're only giving a small portion. Which, again, may be why this person is looking at the offer and going, yeah, that's not really good enough, right? The Five of Pentacles, insufficiency and lack, not having enough money or finances, having to beg for everything that you need or want, feeling abandoned, rejected, shut out, not good enough. Yeah, it's like you're waiting for this one big thing, and the person could easily do it, but then they offer something else, and it's like crumbs compared to the feast that you could be offered. Again, whether this is emotional, financial, material. Let's clarify the Three of Swords. Emotional pain, breakup, heartache. The High Priestess, intuition, your connection with the divine, trusting your intuition, that sense of knowing, that gut instinct or higher self, some people call it. Three of Swords again. And the Emperor, which is attached to the sign of Aries, and we have the King of Fire here, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. It may be that some of you, this relationship issue or this other person might be an Aries or might be a fire sign of some kind. Maybe somebody older, somebody pretty well established, maybe somebody stubborn, maybe their character defect is a little too much control, a little too much discipline. Somebody who it has to be this way or it's no way, right? And there's a sense of knowing here that this whole reading, it's kind of, and in terms of the area of focus, I go with the first messages and the strongest messages first, and then I look at secondary stuff. So the first thing that comes across to me is relationship. It's like you're waiting for this person to kind of do the conventional thing, or what you might view as the standard ethical right thing to do, to take this relationship to a level that makes you feel more secure, stable, whether it's moving in together, getting married, that sort of thing. You're trying to be hopeful. Maybe some days you are and some days you're not. This person, like, you want this certain thing, and then this person offers you something, but it's nowhere near what you actually want. It's like, okay, we've been together this long. Are we going to get married? Are we going to do this thing? And they're like, no, but let's go on a trip. It's not, it's just not there. It feels like what they do end up offering, or what you do end up getting offered, is, kind of like giving a starving, homeless person or child, a bag of candy and a toy. It's not very nice in the moment, but it's not really what they need, and it's not really what they want. And that's kind of what I'm getting here. And the other thing too is that it looks like you kind of know this, or this is what your intuition is telling you, or you feel that because this is a pattern. So you're pretty sure it's going to turn out to be the same thing, but it's kind of like still trying to have faith. And faith is a beautiful thing, but there is this saying, Libra, about insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results each time. And there's a little bit of that feeling here. It's not that people can't have epiphanies and change. They can and they do, but it's not common. And that's kind of what it feels like here. It looks like you're going, and the other aspect too is I'm getting for some of you for whom this is a relationship reading, there's this issue with this person coming or going or just kind of being all over the place. And that's coming up here yet again, and that's part of it. And it's almost as if you have a sense of knowing how it's going to turn out, but you stay regardless, hoping that it's going to change, or it's going to be different somehow, or they're going to wake up, right? I understand it. I think many of us have been in a situation like that, where somebody proves over and over again to be something, or, something that's not quite right, or the thing that you fight about, and you just wait. You keep thinking they'll wake up one day. Because it happens in the movies, or you heard it happen, and again, it's not that it's not impossible, but it's less common than you might think. This just feels kind of like a cycle that you're stuck in, but that you're afraid to leave because, well, especially in a relationship, because you care about this person, you love this person, or you think they're your soulmate, right? If it wasn't for this one thing, everything would be perfect, but then it's all about this one thing, right? And that's kind of how it feels like this plays out the first couple of weeks of May. Maybe you thought this time they wouldn't kind of go back into that come and go sort of thing, but they do. So let's take a look at any advice or guidance for Libra in regards to this situation. If it's just waiting for some kind of financial or material thing, it's not that there's no offer. There is an offer here, but it's not what you want. It's less than what you want. And it feels like you kind of know that, but you're kind of holding out for it anyway. All right, advice and guidance here for Libra. Seven of Wands, defending that which is important to you. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, your true joy, your true abundance, what would really make you feel like your cups were overflowing with abundance. Strength and the Eight of Cups. Strength is facing your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, and walking right through them, which takes strength, wisdom, humility, courage. But it's also what you gain. Those are also the same qualities that you gain more of, and strength is also can be quite challenging because it can represent kind of being really honest with yourself and going, okay, what part do I have to play in the perpetuation of this, right? What we allow to continue typically continues, right? And strength is kind of taking a look at your own responsibility in your happiness or unhappiness as well. The Eight of Cups is the card of leaving, of turning your back and walking away from these 8 cups, which you may have thought in the beginning were what you wanted, but after tasting and drinking some of them, you've discovered that it's not. So you've turned your back and you're going off in search of what? The next card, which is that Nine of Cups, your wish fulfillment. Free will, free agency. It feels like Spirit is going, look, this is something that is unhealthy, and you need to not compromise yourself any further, compromise your own truth, your own ethics here, and turn your back on this thing. Easier said than done when there's a strong emotional connection or love or a long-term relationship. Sometimes leaving is the thing, or saying, you will, and meaning it, is the thing that actually can transform a situation or a relationship and make it healthy. Sometimes it's what causes the other person to have that kind of epiphany, right? But you can't do it as a form of manipulation in the hopes of that. It's always good to hold out hope. But if turning your back or leaving a situation, which is what it feels like Spirit is kind of indicating here, if it doesn't transform this, if it transforms the situation, great. If it doesn't, that can be difficult and painful. But it also means that this situation or relationship is not your wish fulfillment, and that still lies on the other side of this. It feels kind of similar to, I think it was Leo's reading I did, which is letting go. The scariest part of it is actually what jumpstarts Spirit into being able to manifest what, or help you manifest what you really want in your life. But first you have to let go of that which is blocking you from it in order for that to happen, because otherwise you stay in the same, by doing the same thing over and over and over again, you're just keeping yourself, the energy going in one direction. It's when you stop and do something different that it breaks that energy up and gives Spirit something to work with in terms of manifesting positive change in your life. But often Spirit wants us to be the initiator of that, taking the first step, right? And that's kind of what it feels like here. But again, free will, free agency, right? We have our own freedom to make the choices that we want to make. But it looks like Spirit is asking you to take a good hard look at the actual reality of this, not what you want it to be, hope that it will be, wish it will be, but what it actually is, and make your decisions based on that, on what is best for you and your truth and your joy and your abundance, and to stop compromising yourself, because that can really fragment your sense of self-value and self-love and self-confidence over time. Okay, Libra, a little bit of a heavy reading, but I hope that it was clarifying, validating, or at least gave you some food for thought. Again, if any of this resonates with you and you'd like to take a deeper look at something, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be happy to hear from you and to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the May mid-month readings. Take care. Stay safe. Hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.